Hey guys, welcome to my beginner series videos. This series features me doing some beginner DIY jobs to show you how I do them as well as what problems I run into so you guys can get more prepared when you do them. I recently got this Pittsburgh 301 piece mechanic tool set from Harbor Freight to put in my project truck when it's all fixed up and road ready. I feel it's a good opportunity to show you guys what to expect from this tool set. So in this video, I'm going to first briefly talk about why I chose this Pittsburgh mechanic tool set for myself. Then I unbox this tool set to show you how the tools are organized inside, and I'll also give you a detailed look at all the sockets, ratchets, wrenches, pliers, and screwdrivers. Finally, I talk about the highlights and the potential issues that I found about this tool set to help you decide whether this tool set is the right choice for you. Let's get started. So why did I choose to get this Pittsburgh 301 piece mechanic tool set? Well, I recently got this project truck to kick off my DIY projects. After fixing it up, I want to carry a complete tool set in it so I have tools to use when I go to the junkyards to pull parts or when I help out friends with car issues at their houses. With this in mind, I thought about what requirements I have with this tool set. Firstly, it needs to be a complete set that the sockets have no or minimal skipping sizes. Since I want to use this set to work on cars away from my garage, I want a tool set that packs as many sockets and tools as possible so that I have the flexibility to handle different situations. Secondly, it needs to come with a carrying case. This one is pretty obvious since I can't just toss all my tools on my back seat or in the trunk and have them roll around, right? Thirdly, the tool set should be budget friendly. This set will sit in the truck most of the time and will only get used occasionally when I go out or as a backup set. I don't want to spend big money on tools that I'm not going to use frequently. Fourthly, the tool set needs to have decent quality. Quality is a very subjective term. I'm not expecting professional grade quality from this tool set since it's not what I use it for. However, I do expect it to hold up to occasional abuse, and I don't want the tools to just break during a job at the junkyards, which could be in the middle of nowhere. Last but not least, I want the tool set to have a lifetime warranty, so I don't need to worry about finding replacements for broken pieces if that happens. Fortunately, lifetime warranty is pretty standard on hand tools nowadays. After searching for a bit, I found this Pittsburgh 301 piece mechanic tool set stands out among all the tool sets that I've looked at and meets all my requirements. This set contains 301 pieces of sockets, bits, and other things inside, which gives me plenty of tools to work with. It comes with a carrying case that can easily fit into the back row of my truck. It is very budget friendly. The original price of this tool set at Harbor Freight is $199. With the 20% off coupon that Harbor Freight occasionally offers through the year, we can bring the price down to $160. I got this tool set on a spring sales event for $150, which transfers to only about 50 cents a piece. It's an excellent deal in my opinion. As for quality, I haven't used this tool set personally, but I've had a good experience with a small Pittsburgh tool set when I serviced my car before. I assume the 301 piece tool set should have equal or better quality than this set and should work for me for DIY purposes. We'll take a closer look at the pieces later in the video to see how much you like them. This tool set comes with a lifetime hassle-free warranty offered by Harbor Freight. It means that if any tool break, you can take the broken pieces back to any of their stores and get a replacement right on the spot, no questions asked. This warranty is pretty hard to beat if you have a Harbor Freight near you. Alright, it's time to unbox this tool set. This tool set stores tools in 4 different compartments, including the lid. Let's look at each of them from top to bottom. On the lid, there is 1 adjustable wrench, 3 pliers, 16 Torx, Phillips, and flathead screwdrivers, and 8 precision screwdrivers, and some hex keys. On the top compartment, there are quite a few bit sockets, more hex keys, 10 combination wrenches, and 3 universal adapters. The middle compartment stores all the 1/4 inch and 3/8 inch drive ratchets, shallow and deep sockets, as well as a couple of extensions and breaker bars. The bottom compartment holds all the 1/2 inch drive shallow and deep sockets, ratchets, and more extensions. Now that we have looked at how the tools are organized in the carrying case, let's take a detailed look at the socket sizes, as this is probably what a lot of people care the most about. The 1/4 inch SAE deep and shallow sockets both go from 3/16 all the way up to 1/2 inch, no skipping sizes. The 1/4 inch metric shallow sockets go from 4mm all the way up to 14mm, no skipping sizes. And the deep sockets go from 5mm to 13mm. You probably noticed 4 deep sockets weren't sitting properly in the tray. We'll talk about it later. The 3/8 SAE deep and shallow sockets both go from 3/8 all the way up to 7/8, no skipping sizes. The 3/8 metric shallow sockets go from 7mm all the way up to 21mm, and the deep sockets go from 10mm up to 19mm, no skipping sizes. The 1/2 inch SAE shallow sockets go from 3/8 all the way up to 1 1/4, but the deep sockets only go from 1/2 inch to 15/16, both no skipping sizes. The 1/2 inch metric shallow sockets go from 10mm to 32mm, missing 20, 23, 25, 28, 29, and 31mm. The deep sockets go from 13mm up to 24mm, missing 18, 20, 21, and 23mm. We can see that this Pittsburgh set does really well on no skipping sizes, maybe except for the 1/2 inch metric sockets. Some people argue that those skipped ones are very rarely used, so it's not much of an issue. I don't know if it's true or not, since I only have a handful of experience doing my own maintenance. We'll see about that as we work on more car projects. Moving on to ratchets. This tool set carries 3 ratchets, a 1/4 inch, a 3/8, and a 1/2 inch drive. These ratchets feels quite heavy and solid, especially this 1/2 inch one. I think you can use it as a hammer. Just kidding. Or am I? Anyway, this ratchets use this chrome looking switch that allows you to switch between ratcheting clockwise and counterclockwise. They also feature this quick release button to lock and release sockets. When you push this button, you'll see this pin come out and you can put the socket on. This will lock the socket in place so they won't fall off during an application. To take the socket off, just push the button again and the socket will come off easily. Overall, I think these ratchets are okay for occasional use. They're not the best ratchets though. If you plan to use them often, I'd suggest getting the Pittsburgh Pro line of ratchets. Those are inexpensive and I feel those are a lot nicer than these. Now the combination wrenches. This tool set only comes with 10 combination wrenches, 5 SAE ones, and 5 metric ones. Even though it's a small collection, it does come with a 10mm wrench. This makes all the difference, right? On a closer look, the surface of these wrenches are not polished. They look and feel like the texture of an adjustable wrench. Does this mean they're bad quality? I think they're good enough to get some basic jobs done. They'd work well for occasional use and as a backup set. If these sizes don't work, you still have an adjustable wrench you can try. Unfortunately, there's quite some play in the jaw here, so I don't think they'll work well for rounded or stubborn bolts. If you use combination wrenches often and need more selection in sizes, or if you require more precision to prevent rounded bolts, it might be a good idea to invest in a better set of combination wrenches or even ratcheting wrenches. The screwdriver set. Here is a selection from the 16 screwdrivers that the Pittsburgh tool set carries. These screwdrivers have a squared handle design that gives you good grip when turning them. If you need more torque, these screwdrivers also have this hex bolster that fits a 10mm wrench to give you more leverage when turning. The hex bolsters is only available on the largest and second largest sizes from the set, but not on the smaller ones. This set also includes 2 stubby screwdrivers, which can be handy in particular applications in tight spaces. Overall, I think this is a decent selection of screwdrivers. This Pittsburgh tool set also comes with 3 pliers, a linesman plier, a diagonal plier, and a long nose plier. This is how big the long nose plier looks in hand. No play in the joint, This is how big the diagonal plier look in hand. No play in the joint. This is how big the linesman plier look in hand. No play in the joint either. I don't have much to say about these pliers. They look sturdy. I'm not sure how they'll hold up with use. We'll see about that. I'm not going to cover all the bits, adapters, and breaker bars in this video. If you're interested in what this set carries, I linked a spreadsheet in the description below that has more details on what pieces this toolset includes. You can save the spreadsheet to compare the content of this toolset with the other brands. Finally, let's talk about some quality control issues that I experienced with this toolset. Note that we're not talking about the absolute build quality of the toolsets compared to other brand tools. We're only talking about how consistent these tools are made among the Pittsburgh Mechanics toolset. The first issue that I had with this toolset was that one screwdriver did not fit in its slot on the lid. As you can see here, I tried really hard to push the screwdriver back into its slot, but it just won't go in. I went back and exchanged this toolset because this and another reason that I'm going to talk about next. The screwdrivers all fit well in the replacement set, so I don't have this problem anymore. I might be wrong, but I heard that the carrying case is not included in the lifetime warranty, so make sure you check if everything fits properly when you get the toolset so you have enough time to exchange it if the issue bothers you. The other issue I had with my first Pittsburgh toolset was with some sockets. To start with, the 1/4 inch 6mm socket was drilled upside down. If you look closely, the top has the square opening and the bottom has the hex opening. This is unusable and has to be warrantied. Also, you might have noticed earlier that some 1/4 inch and 3/8 inch sockets did not sit properly in the socket tray. This Pittsburgh socket tray is specifically designed to have the hex side of the socket facing up. The round openings in these sockets were not big enough for the peg to go through. For these reasons, I went back to the store and exchanged for another toolset. The exchange went really smoothly, and they allowed me to open the new toolset in the store to check if everything works in the replacement toolset. Here is how the socket fit before and after the replacement. We can see that the sockets fit better after the replacement, but there were still 4 sockets that didn't fit well. This isn't a huge issue for me since these sockets are going to stay in the carrying case all the time. However, if you're planning to put them on socket trays and store them in toolboxes, here are some options you can consider. You can try to flip them and have the hex side facing down and see if they can fit that way. Some socket trays are designed for that type of placement. I personally like my sockets hex side facing up, so this won't work for me. The second option is, you can try to drill the hole in the socket a bit bigger, but you might risk damaging the socket and make them less durable. Here is what I think is the better solution. You can sand down the post a tidbit skinnier so it can go through the hole in the socket. Also, you can consider using socket rails instead of peg type trays. Socket rails are guaranteed to fit the socket based on the drive sizes, and they can save you space on the skipped sizes. Some socket rails comes with stickers to mark the sizes to help you pick out the size you want easily. Alright, that's all I have to say about this Pittsburgh 300 one-piece mechanics toolset for now. It's time to conclude this video. Here's my final verdict on this toolset. I really like this toolset for the money. This toolset has so many pieces of tools for me to work with to tackle different car projects. It comes with a carrying case, which makes it really easy to move the tools around. This toolset is cheap and won't break the bank, very budget friendly for beginners. The quality of the tools in this toolset is decent. People I know who have used this toolset all speak highly of it. Plus, it comes with a lifetime hassle-free warranty, so I can really use them hard and not have to worry about looking for replacement parts if I break any of them. That said, keep in mind that this toolset may have quality control issues, so make sure to open up your toolset when you get them, check if everything looks okay, and if there's anything that bothers you. You have 90 days to return or exchange the whole set. I plan to put this set in my pickup truck and take it with me on junkyard trips when the pickup truck is all fixed up and road ready. I make some videos about my junkyard trips. I also make a video later this year to talk about how this toolset holds up for what I use them for at the junkyards, and also what's missing from this set that you might want to bring with you separately. I have another video about the side-by-side comparison of the Pittsburgh 300 one-piece mechanic toolset and the Queen 428-piece technician toolset coming out soon. If you're interested in how well these toolsets compare to each other, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for that one. I hope this video helps. If you like the content of this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I see you next time.